And we're live, hopefully. Yeah, we are. Let me see if I got some audio. Hello, hello. Yeah, we are. Okay. So, if there's anybody out there watching, this is going to be quite the test. I did take advantage of this ThinkPad and the power of its docking station to expand my displays even further. As you can see, or if you follow me on MeWe, I got the built-in display here, an extension monitor here, and another of the same monitor over there. Both of these external monitors are 22 HP 22 CWAs. They're 21 inch, 19 by 20, 1080p. So including the built-in display, I now have three monitors. And so what the point of this here stream is as you can tell, up in the corner there where my face is, that's not OBS that's using the webcam right now. I mean, it is, but it isn't. That's Jitsi up in the corner. I have it running through an ICE application. Basically what I'm trying to test here is if the audio from Jitsi will push through OBS into YouTube. And so if there's anybody out there who can actually help me test this out, that would be great. I'm gonna actually share the link into the chat. And basically what I'm doing is on this monitor over here, I have Jitsi and the YouTube chat open. What you're seeing here is actually window captures, not desktop captures, but they're capturing the application. On my second built-in screen, I have OBS running. I have YouTube, my live session studio, whatever that you want to call that. And let's see, I got MeWe open on another desktop environment, or another desktop, another workspace. And the third screen is blank right now, but that might change as maybe I'll check the news. This is basically my work with screen. But the reason that I decided to go this route, Hangouts dying actually helped me to make up my mind. Because Hangouts used to allow you to go directly through to YouTube without any OBS middleman or anything like that. So what are we doing here? I'm gonna maybe send out the invite here. Because the main goal right now is I want to see if the audio from other people will go through OBS onto YouTube. And so in order for me to do that, I really kind of need somebody to join. And if it doesn't happen tonight, I might just try to plan something out. Guys, as you can tell on my OBS, if we go into the void, I do have desktop audio enabled, and I'm thinking that as long as matter of fact, let me show you what I mean here. Okay. As long as let me resize this window here. This here is actually a terminal-based pulse audio mixer. You know, it might be easier if I just use window capture on this one. So that's what I'll do here. Okay, so it looks like all my playback is in the Link USB headset. Okay, but let's say something went wrong and I had to change it. Well, this to me is a lot easier than Pavu Control or whatever that other one is. And the reason for that is pretty basic. It's just very simple. Intuitive. Well, maybe not if you're not used to terminal apps. But you control the volume of everything, including input. You change cards here. You press F1 to go back to output. But let's say I want to move one of these things. Well, I just gotta hit enter on the selected source, and it'll give me the option either to kill or to move. So if I select move, and I hit enter on built-in audio, it's gonna start pushing it through my speakers instead of my headset. And since I don't want that, I'm just gonna not do that. Anyway. Now that we got that settled, it should work. It should. So we'll just sit here and maybe talk a bit. Whoa. While I wait for people to join. Is somebody else live? Is that why I'm not getting anybody in here? Well, maybe we could take a look at some news here. Sorry, I'm kind of tired. But, we'll keep going. Just gonna open up Newsboat here. Yeah, resize that. Or maybe I'll resize me. It's amazing what you could do with OBS. So, whoops. So, can everybody see that okay? The Newsboat's not too small. Well, it looks like Jitsi froze up on me. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove it for now. It's still up, it's still open on my screen. I just got rid of it from OBS for now. But hey, quails, how you doing? I guess just dropping in. Testing out my new setup here. I actually purchased a new monitor. So now with the built-in display on my ThinkPad, if you count the built-in one, I now have three displays, three screens, or two external monitors and one built-in. So I've three to work with. I'm trying to test it out to see if it'll do something I want it to do. Because one of the reasons that yeah, here it is, the built-in display. This is the one of them, and here's the other. They're both of the external ones are HP 22CWAs, 21-inch 1080p. The only reason I was able to do this was thanks to the ThinkPads, thanks to its docking station. So as you can tell, I have a docking station, I guess mini back here, and I got one of the monitors hooked up to the VGA, and the other one I bought a little converter. It converts DisplayPort to HDMI, and so I got that going. And they both seem to be working fine. I will say, if when I tried to play a game, that that changed the resolution up a little bit and shut the monitor off. I did notice when I closed the game, I noticed more of a delay from the HDMI monitor to come back on. But I guess it's to be expected. The connection is different. It's no big deal. Still came back up just fine. But yeah, as you can tell, I have Jitsi running. It's actually running in an ICE application. Yeah, Quails, I'm still using Arch. Oh look, it's time to update. I'm kidding. Nah. Yeah, I am still using Arch with i3. Still running. I've had a few bugs here and there, but no significant breaks. Right, like nothing that would make you have to reinstall it or anything like that. But if that were to ever happen, I think I would probably just go with Manjaro, just because it has all the benefits of Arch and it's easier to install and they have great support and all that. But like, if I can, never received the notification. That seems to be a reoccurring issue these days with YouTube, doesn't it? Hello, Gnostic. How you doing? For anybody that wants to join, this is a test. This is kind of a test run. I'm trying to see if this will work to get Jitsi to go through OBS into YouTube. And the reason that I waited till I had a third monitor to do this was because Jitsi was having an issue either with OBS and i3 or both, where if I move Jitsi or if it somehow gets out of focus, sometimes I notice that it would just freeze up in OBS, but it's not freezing up in like where it is. It just freezes in OBS. It just stops recognizing it. And so this way I can just dedicate one screen to do Jitsi, and in this case the YouTube chat as well, and use the other two to monitor things. And so basically the test right now is to see if what I'm trying to get somebody else to join here is to see if the audio is all fine and dandy. And so like if my audio goes to both Jitsi and YouTube, and if other people in the chat, if their voices are heard through YouTube as well. Oh, someone's joining. Hello, hello. Is there somebody there? Uh, um, okay, I'm hearing something. Hearing background noises. So can whoever's just join me on Jitsi? Can you hear me through Jitsi? Hmm. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm using Chromium. Not Chrome, but Chromium. Just because I hear some people have issues with Firefox in this, so. But I don't dare to try to screen share with Chromium because it's bad enough with the two monitors. Like it wouldn't let me pick one or the other to share. It would try to combine the two. Um, Now with the third, it tries to just mesh all three together, and it's even thinner and it's even worse. It's just terrible. I'd rather just do it through OBS because then I can control which screen gets shared or whatnot. But I'm willing to keep this up until it works. Yeah, Chrome works. Chrome works. It does. Um, Chromium is pretty decent too. Like I've been trying to get in the habit of using Chromium. Yeah. Um, I heard that some people are having issues with Firefox and Jitsi. I haven't had the same issues, but the one thing I'll give Firefox over Chrome is this: is that if you go to try to share a screen with Firefox, um, um, if you try to share screens in Firefox, it'll let you pick which um, which screen you want to share. Um, I don't think it was a problem with Hangouts. I think it was a problem with Chrome. Oh, are you there? Let me make sure I didn't. There's nothing wrong on my end.
Okay. I had to go ahead and set up my settings. I'm using a plug-in headset.
Ah, so
A lot like yours, only a mono instead of a stereo.
ah, so Quails, can you hear both me and Gnostic? And Gnostic, can you hear me through Jitsi?
I'm listening to you through Jitsi. I just had to mute the YouTube.
Okay. I'm just making sure that my audio is going through both YouTube and Jitsi at this time. And yours is getting sent through to YouTube as well. So it looks like I did this correctly.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Hmm.
oh, see, Qualis, the thing about the Falcon is based off Firefox, and I've always had issues with YouTube and Firefox. So, but in the Chromium browser, which I use a lot, it pops up. I tell it to allow whatever sites to send notifications, and boom, I log on. Sometime I get half a dozen or more notifications just popped up in my window. The notifications to the browser actually pop up as soon as something happens, and then like 10, 15, 20 minutes later, the YouTube notification will pop up. So it's a YouTube's just screwed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think as part of it is like YouTube is owned by Google, so of course
Well, yeah.
they're gonna try to push people to their browser, of course. You know.
Well, see, that's the thing. I set it the same way in the Falcon browser, and at first it was working. But the notification did pop up. I mean, literally, if I'd have been on the Chromium browser, as soon as you went live, since I'm subscribed and notifications on, I would have got it as soon as you went live, and then like 10 minutes later, I got the YouTube one. But yeah,
No,
because it literally pops up as soon as somebody goes live. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll be in the middle of something else, and yeah, I'll go check it out.
yeah, I get the pop-up notifications on my phone, but as far as my browsers go, I actually like shut off the pop-up notifications.
Well,
Um,
yeah, I heard some people have issue with those. It's like, okay,
yeah. Well, when you're subscribed to like hundreds of channels and
exactly,
you log in, all of a sudden you got pop-ups everywhere on your screen.
exactly.
I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, spend like 5 minutes clicking them all off, turning them off.
Yeah, with a baby in your lap.
Yeah, I don't have any kids, so I mean, yeah, that's a different story in my life.
Yeah.
Plus, I probably had like 20 years on you, so yeah.
I'll be 30 in September, so I mean,
Oh, dude, yeah, more like 25 years, 26 years, whatever.
uh,
I'm 56.
well,
I may sound like a kid, but I got a youthful spirit.
I'm still technically in my 20s until September, so
The way it worked for me, dude, I didn't even start thinking like an adult. I mean, in your case, it's probably different, but I didn't start thinking like an adult until my mid 30s.
oh, I'm not planning to. See,
Oh, it'll happen, dude. It'll happen eventually.
see, I like playing with my toys. Here, there's this stuff. I
I
guess
think it was sort of a chemical change.
maybe.
Testosterone starts dropping off, that kind of thing, you know?
Get on the laptop. Yeah. I feel like I could launch a space shuttle with this setup here. Like if I wanted to, I just. But I think because I'm running Arch, it might just blow up mid launch.
Dude, I'm on Salient right now, and truthfully, I mean, it's actually a nice distro. I'm treating it with kids' gloves, and I literally activated the AUR for like literally 5 minutes, and started. I'm using the GUI, so I'm not a professional at this. I'm just an end user. I'm a
Mhm.
trucker, but anyway, it was just I started going through stuff, looking at it, I was like, okay, well, which ones are the AUR and which ones are the regular repository, and blah blah. And I was like, I literally turned it off and said, screw it, because there are certain things in the AUR that I would like to get, but
Mhm.
I know you got to be careful with who you get it from and make sure it's the developer or whoever, if it's whatever.
Yes.
Make sure you don't get any slimy software.
Um. Were you using Pamac?
Yeah, that's what he put in it. He actually talked me through, because when I installed like 3 different versions of this, I'm just on a regular laptop, nothing fancy. Uh, 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 the what do you call it? The 3000 video driver. It's a built-in inbuilt NVIDIA, or not in, but it's inbuilt video, so it's not in fancy, and it wasn't set boot flag on my
Whoop.
installs. And he said, "Oh, just go in, just stick the thumb drive back in and go in with Gparted. I think he said Gparted. Yeah, Gparted, and
Hi
tell
guys.
tell it the
Hey, there he is, the birthday boy, right?
Yeah, as of yesterday, yeah.
Oh,
he
hap- hap-
basically said set the boot flag on it, but yeah,
ah.
manually.
Yeah. So for future reference, if you're using PAMAC,
Yeah.
sorry, I covered everybody's faces for a second with PAMAC, but if you're searching for a program, like let's say Chrome,
Yeah.
hit enter. The way you can tell is might be a little different based on your theme, but like if you
Right.
go over here under here, it's gonna tell you where it's from. Either like extra.
Oh, I'm good at navigating those menus. That regular menu, my menu is a lot like yours. But basically, what I was having issue with, I didn't want to download anything out of the AUR that might be slimy. I'm treated with kid gloves because I'm still learning,
I mean,
basically.
as far as Arch is concerned, I've learned that. I mean, it's like even with the AUR, it's like what's the average user going to be installing from the AUR? Probably just Google Chrome, right?
Probably.
I mean,
Well,
they'll be fine.
I mean, people are. I know this is a little bit. It's actually open sources. The QTalks is in the Arch repository, so that means it's obviously trusted. But everybody needs a separate account, and there's no external server. You're all doing your own heavy lifting. As far
Yeah,
as the thing
I
goes.
did take a look at QTalks while I was trying out different video chat clients. Obviously, Jitsi seems to be working the best because I can because like I'm pushing it through OBS right now. I'm doing all kinds of crazy things with it right now.
But they're aren't they like nobody wants to pay the fees.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's the thing is that this channel's not making me any money. So
Well, look here. How many subscribers do you have?
who me?
64 subscribers, dude.
Yeah.
You got to get up over 1,000 before you can even start doing AdSense.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I like Zoom. Zoom seems pretty good, but like I'm not gonna do like a 40-minute chat and then just.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose I could write some commercials and just stick them in there. Say, "Are you sick of Windows updates? You can't see this video because you're probably updating right now. You should."
Do one of those Linus does and slip them in there. I mean, no, I thought that was pretty cheesy when they started doing that. Everybody started doing it. I was like, oh man, I put ad blockers on because of that.
Yeah, I don't see ads on YouTube. I have ad blockers on Firefox and Chrome. And,
you block Origin is all I ever use usually.
I do. I think I installed that too. Maybe I'll just switch just to that.
And then, I mean, it's getting to so bad out there. Back in the early days, I was using NoScript. I could get by it, but most sites, if you run it in NoScript, you won't get anything from them.
Hey, Ricky, how you doing? Links in the chat if you want to join. This is Jitsi
Yeah.
being pushed through OBS.
So it is working, huh?
It is.
Well,
Because everybody
Hey.
can hear you guys, everybody can hear me, and you guys can hear me. So,
Right. Well, Benjamin, I'm thinking of dropping Arch for MX.
you traitor. You.
Well, here's the thing, dude. Well, here's the thing, man. I'm keeping my Linux from scratch. Don't get me wrong. That's staying on my SSD for a long dang time. But the problem with Arch is that, or maybe I'll go to Ubuntu Mate. I don't know yet. But the thing is, when I was on Ubuntu Mate, it ran my Optimus stuff better. I mean, I don't know why, but Arch is not dealing with it properly. Optimus, go ahead.
for me, I'm sort of on the fence because one side of me wants the cutting edge, and the other side likes the stability of Debian. But everything even the Ubuntu flavors, it's like, man, there's nothing in the repositories, nothing at all. This sucks, you know.
Yeah, what I
Nothing that I want anyway.
what I like about Arch is that a lot of the stuff I would have to hunt down for on like, um, make what the video chat. Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
I don't got anything else
Ironically,
open.
you know, I mean, I like Arch. I like the whole thing behind it. But the problem with it is, it's just so much upkeep and this and that. It
Yeah.
just I have something I don't have to update a lot, like Ubuntu or MX or whatever.
Well,
That's just how I'm feeling.
Silent
Really?
talked me through this when I had a. It wasn't setting the boot flag, so I been manually did it, and it was great after that. But he told me set it for no more than 18 hours. I was like, "What? Are you serious?" It's like, "Yeah, you could work your system if you don't keep it up to date." I'm like, "What? Really?"
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what bugs me about Arch is that you have to update it every day, and I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I
no.
hate
I mean, seriously, whether I usually do it in the morning or whenever I boot up, and then it's like
Yeah.
sometimes it's 5 or 6 of them. Sometimes it's 30,
Well,
20.
I notice it never forces me to update until I'm ready, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I set all that to let me decide, and then when, especially because I have let it go, and it'll turn red. The little star will turn red. It's like, oh, better update.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just, the constant updating and the whole mess. I'm just like, I'd rather not deal with that on Arch. I'd rather deal with Ubuntu that has less of an update schedule, personally.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I,
just,
I mean, Ubuntu still updates, right? But like, you get
yeah, just not as consistently as Arch does.
yeah, I can imagine
Right.
that. Like,
Yeah, and
honestly,
that's more of what I'm used to.
I mean, honestly, what's keeping me on Arch is the centralization of all, like, the software. Because like things I would have to hunt down for
Yeah.
and possibly compile from source from GitHub on other distros,
All the
I just
stuff you want. Mm.
I just get from the AUR or something.
See, that's the thing, and that's part of the reason I'm on here is because you're an Arch user, and I would like to. Do you do Discord at all?
I do have it installed, but I'm rarely on there.
Oh yeah, I sometimes get on with EB.
I'm on it all the time. Just EB doesn't use it that much.
Well, I on one of my accounts I've allowed access to his private or whatever his chat channels, offline chat. But anyway, yeah, for me, I want to learn how to pull apart packages like Debian packages and recompile them into something I can install on Arch because some stuff comes in Debian. I'm still learning things.
Well, I mean, if something's compiled for Debian, what you'll find sometimes is that the structures of some Linux distros, like the file management, the files locations and stuff, are a bit different.
Right.
I mean, usually they're like the same files, but they're just located in different spots. Maybe they're different formats. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if recompiling an app that was designed for Debian and then trying to install it on Arch would be a
Another thing I'm having an issue with, I'm an XFCE user almost ultimately, unless it comes.
Yeah, I like XFCE too. It's
And
go-to.
I don't blame you.
one thing I'm finding is under, and I need to find a good user, a good account manager to put on here because I'm basically running on my main account or the initial account, and I'd rather set up a non-administrative account for everything else that I would run on that. But I'm used to doing things from GUI since I come from Windows, and I mean I just don't want to put the effort into learning, and I learned all this stuff in DOS, dude. Command line, and I don't want to do it all over again.
I'm crap in DOS. Like, if you put me in front of a PowerShell or a DOS machine, I wouldn't know the first command or...
I got lazy. I started in the 80s, back when I was in my mid-20s. and it was just that's how. I mean, Windows. I mean, 3.1 I think was out, but or whatever the very basic one. But I started in DOS 3.1, and it was the BBS day, so it was a whole different thing, whole different time.
Yeah. So what do I think of Manjaro? I think it's a. I think it's a. I've heard some horror stories about Manjaro, but I can't attest to any of them because I've never had any of those major issues that other people talk about Manjaro. To me, it's like a. It's not Arch, okay? It's not Arch, but it is based on Arch because like while other distributions like let's say Antergos or another Arch-based distribution that just like installs like their own repo plus the Arch repositories. Manjaro is a bit different in that respect because they have their own curated repositories where they put stuff in there you won't find in like the regular Arch repositories and stuff. And it could be easier to find certain things on Manjaro than it would be on vanilla Arch. I do think it's a very good distro. I was on it for a while when I was lazy and didn't want to reinstall Arch. And I had no issues with it. The only reason I reinstalled Arch was because I got bored with Manjaro and I was like, you know what? Let's go back to Arch and see what vanilla Arch can do. It's working out pretty good, Steve. Yeah.
There's a link if you want to join, Steve.
Yeah, the link's in the chat.
Up above.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody can hear me through YouTube. Everybody can hear the guests through YouTube, and my fellow Jitsers can hear me through Jitsi. So everything seems to have worked out fine, which I'm happy about.
Let's just put it this way, Ben. My graduating class was 81. When did you say we were born?
89.
Yeah,
I was 1991.
Yeah.
Ricky's in the house.
Hey, Ricky.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Howdy, Ricky.
Oh, I'm just trying to get through this thunderstorm.
It's raining here now, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you still got the hurricane stuff going on down there, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, back in, I think it was 05 or so, I was sitting in Springfield, Missouri, southwest Missouri, and I was freaking out because it was after I came off the road, and I seen these big, nasty storm clouds. This back when you had like those 5 hurricanes all in one year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so weird. I was like, what's that funky? That's a funky. Man, what is that smell? I smelled it, dude. It was friggin' brine from the ocean. Way up here in the Midwest. From the hurricanes. You could smell the ocean up here in the Midwest. It was weird.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I had set the thought for like 5 minutes. I was like, oh, that's ocean brine. Duh. It's been a while since I smelled that. You know?
It's funny you say Springfield, Missouri, because I'm actually from Springfield, Massachusetts.
Dude, I think every state has a Springfield.
Not true. I don't think Connecticut does.
Okay, most states. Because if you live out of an atlas, you seem to pick up little quirks of like two guns, Colorado, and hot coffee, Ohio. Weird little names.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're looking at an atlas every day, you tend to notice weird little things like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, to help my channel grow, I've added a third social network to my channel listing. So, if anybody wants to get a hold of me in a different way other than MeWe or Mastodon Technology, I have now officially made my debut on Reddit.
Nice. I'm on Reddit. but I barely use it. You guys want to see a neat tool for Reddit?
Oh,
Sure.
I go over there and read stuff. I don't have an account.
You guys have probably already seen this, but if you watch Brian Lunduke, but
I don't watch him that much, truthfully.
I want to add a window capture. Gonna make that